Hi everyone, Dr. Courtney Smalley here, your recruiter, workforce development instructor, and your personalized career coach. Now, in today's conversation, we're going to discuss the best and also the worst days to apply to jobs. Now, I know what you're thinking. Companies are going to be posting jobs every single day, but I promise you, everyone, there is a science behind why we post jobs on certain days. And in today's video, we're going to talk all about how you can choose the best days to submit your application for your next opportunity. Let's get started. All right, everyone, and welcome back. So again, today's conversation is all about discovering and really finding out the best and also the worst days when applying to jobs. We're going to start with actually the best days. The best days, and my observation of being a recruiter for the past 13 years when applying for jobs is actually going to be on Tuesday. Why Tuesday? Because a lot of applicant tracking systems that are typically extracting the different jobs that are going to be listed on Indeed, Glassdoor, or even on LinkedIn, Tuesday is often the best day because a lot of companies just got back to work on that Monday and now they're posting their jobs to go out. Now, again, if they're posting all their positions to go out on that Monday, they may or may not have enough time to find the right candidates right when the job posts. So right on Tuesday morning, you're going to see all of the companies who have posted their new opportunities. You're going to see those immediately posted on Indeed, Glassdoor, and on LinkedIn. So if you start your job search perhaps on a Tuesday morning or Tuesday at around noon, you're going to find many opportunities that were just posted from the previous day right on Monday. Also, too, it's very likely that a company reviewed or even completed the job description for a given opportunity on Friday, and they decided to wait all up until Monday to add that to the applicant tracking system. So then that way, those larger search engines such as Indeed, Glassdoor, and LinkedIn will be able to grab that job requisition and then post it first thing for you to see on Tuesday morning. The second best day, in my observation, for applying for jobs is actually on Friday. Why, you may ask? On Friday, you're going to see a lot of HR professionals rushing to put their job requisition out on those larger search engine sites such as Indeed and in Glassdoor. Now, on Friday, perhaps the internal HR team, spent the entire week really crafting that job description, and they want to make sure that they can send it out to the public so that way they can start getting applications primarily from the public. So they use Friday as a way to let folks know that this is their opportunity to start looking for opportunities with that certain employer. Now, again, on Friday, typically most or some HR companies might slow down a bit, so it gives their recruiters and their HR managers the time to really complete those job requisitions, and then it helps you as a job candidate see what postings are now available that you can search. Now, I will recommend everyone, once you see those postings go up on a Friday, to apply immediately, because you want to be within the first 1 to 10 or 1 to 20 applications submitted within the applicant tracking system. When that recruiter or HR manager returns to work on Monday, they're going to see those first 15 or 20 applications, and you want to make sure that your application is within that limit so that way you have a higher likelihood of being reviewed for your next opportunity. So now the next and the final day to apply to jobs is going to be on Saturday morning. So similar to my answer that I just provided about Fridays, Saturday mornings, again, in the event that those larger search engine sites like Indeed and Glassdoor, in the event that they did not pick up those jobs that were created and released and published to the web on Friday, you're going to see them the first thing on Saturday morning. Now, I know that there are many professionals out there in the working world, and it's very common that most companies might follow traditional working business hours. If they do, you know that during the weekend, we know that most professionals aren't working, so it gives you a lot of time to find those jobs and also apply to them. Again, everyone, as a job seeker, I want you to be within the first 20 submitted applications, and sometimes on Saturday mornings you have a lot more flexibility and time to actually submit those job applications. I recall during my job search, I would find jobs throughout the week, and then I would try to apply to them on Saturday, and sometimes I would have maybe 5 or even 10 different opportunities, and it took so much time to go through them. So in the event that you wait until Saturday morning to start applying for those jobs, again, you want to make sure that you're competing with everyone else who probably didn't see it on Friday when it was released, but you can also be at the top of the applicant tracking systems list once that recruiter and the HR manager returns to work on that Monday. So now we can move into the worst days to apply to jobs. The worst day to apply to jobs is actually on Monday. I know what you're thinking. It's really the start of the week, so you would think that a lot of HR managers and recruiters are posting positions, but they're actually not. If you were to start your job search on a Monday, you might see that Indeed, Glassdoor, all those larger search engines, they're going to give you a large group of positions that were posted earlier in the weekend, so perhaps on Friday or even on Saturday. So when you wait to apply to Monday, you get a larger amount of positions that you could apply to, which might seem good in the beginning, but by waiting until Monday, you're now, once you submit your application, you're going to be towards the bottom of the applicant tracking system. There's really a speed to, your candidacy, and that's not something that a lot of recruiters will tell you when you're applying to jobs. So I want to make sure that you are maximizing your time by being towards the top of the applicant tracking list. The second worst day in my observation of applying to jobs is actually going to be on Sunday. So altogether, everyone, just avoid Sunday and Monday altogether for jobs. There aren't a lot of, I would say, companies that typically post jobs on Sunday because a lot of folks aren't typically working. Also, too, in order to post a job on Sunday, you need someone within an HR department to review the job description and ensure that the salary is correct. There are a lot of components that require several signatures, and it's almost impossible to post jobs on a Sunday. So if you are a job seeker looking for your next opportunity, I highly recommend that you avoid applying to jobs on Sunday and on Monday. But some of the best jobs, or some of the best times to apply to jobs, that's going to be on Tuesday, Friday, and on Saturday morning. All right, everyone, so that completes our conversation today and really discovering the best and also the worst days when applying for jobs. Now, I will say, to wrap up this video, job alerts, setting up job alerts from a certain employer that you are looking for, or within Indeed, Glassdoor, or LinkedIn, those are going to be sometimes the best ways when applying for jobs. But in the event that you don't have those set up, I do recommend that you submit those applications for employment on Tuesdays, Fridays, and on Saturday mornings. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you comment that below so that way we can know what your thoughts were. If you're looking for related content, make sure you comment that below as well. And I will see you in the next one.